Okay, folks, this is again extra content, and of course, looks like Shrek 5 is getting the Sonic treatment.
Earlier this year, when we got the first look at Shrek 5, yes, they are doing a fifth Shrek movie. And honestly, they just did a spinoff, Puss in Boots' Last Wish, that not only was a really good movie, but also did very well at the box office for them. And in this era, I can't say I'm really surprised that we had another Shrek coming out. But when it was announced to the masses, it didn't exactly go over well. People criticized the animation style. People guessed what they thought the plot would be with Shrek's daughter, who's voiced by Zendaya. And you can see this thing got 650,000 dislikes to only 228,000 likes.
And they turned off the comments. That's a very ingenious move. Now, here's the thing. Let's take, for example, when Sonic 1 released, aka Sonic the Hedgehog, they got massively roasted. And you want to know what the people who made Sonic the Hedgehog first movie did? Go back to the drawing board. Give fans what they want. That's the real way to adapt. I know it's not relevant, but hey, I had to put it in. That's an example how Hollywood should always, if Hollywood want to make a live adaptation, whether it's video games, anime, whatever it is, they have to stay true to the source material.
It got wrecked pretty hard. Now, we have seen one movie recently that got wrecked really hard in its first trailer and went on to be $1 billion movie almost, which was Minecraft. But maybe not a good sign when you just put out your first teaser. Well, we just found out that once again, Shrek 5 has been delayed. Shrek 5 delayed to summer 2027 after first trailer racked up 648,000 dislikes. Now, I have seen a lot of people during this time say that, they're going to fix the animation, they're going to fix the style, they're going to make it look better, or say, I saw this from Momology. Look at how viral this tweet went. My gosh, this happened because everyone guessed the plot, so now they have to do the film from scratch, LMAO. This got almost 1 million likes. How in the world did this get almost 1 million likes? That is crazy, Momology. Shout out to my man, Momology. But unfortunately, I don't really think that has too much to do with it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I was not as triggered by the trailer as a lot of other people were, and I thought it was clear it was like a very, very early thing they just made for this trailer and probably hadn't started too much on the movie yet. I don't think they're probably going to change whatever animation style they had planned. I probably don't think they're going to change the story. I honestly think it's as simple as they want to get out of the way from a behemoth and potentially another behemoth.
Maybe they knew, or perhaps they knew that the public outcry is going to be massive, and I'm 100% certain that Paramount have seen what happened with Snow White. They don't want Shrek 5 to end up like that. So I think they're trying to play Kate safe. They're trying to find ways, how can we convince the audience to watch Shrek 5 without suffering the same consequences as Rachel Zegler's Snow White.
Another behemoth, and that is Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3. Now, certainly say whatever you will about the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now, and we question how much will Avengers Doomsday, how big will it actually be, how much will it make? Is it gonna reach these levels we saw for Infinity War and Endgame? Most people probably don't think so, but it's still probably going to do well. Will it make any money based on the massive budget and the massive, all of the cast? Who knows? But it'll probably do pretty well at the box office. Dune Part 3 also, as of right now, is scheduled to be during that time as well. I think that has a lot more to do with it. Hey, let's move it to the summer. Kids are out of school. Boom, we're just going to put it out then. That makes it easy. We don't have to worry about potentially getting overshadowed by this. That's my guess. I really don't think, despite the massive backlash, I kind of doubt that the reason they're doing this is to change a bunch of shit about the movie. I guess it'd be cool if they listen to a lot of the feedback and everything. Maybe they will. Maybe they will change the animation. And I do think this was just a really quick thing they did to get the word out that they're making this movie. But other than that, I think it has a lot more to do with everything else coming out rather than the fact that so many people were pissed and furious with the way that they announced this movie.
Yeah, that could be a possibility, though. Let's take Sonic the Hedgehog 1, the first trailer. Oh, people were roasting it to high heaven. And what the people that made Sonic the Hedgehog movie do? Go back to the drawing board, get a few times, and make it better. That's perfect. Although I don't know if Paramount is gonna listen. What do you think, folks? Do you think Paramount will listen to fans for Shrek 5? For me, I highly doubt it. Press X to doubt. What we've seen so far, Hollywood doesn't like the source material. What do you think? How do you think Rings of Power ended up, or The Last of Us Part 2, or in this case, The Last of Us Season 2 TV show ended up? For me, if I were source material, or in this case, if I were to create my own book, my own video game, whatever it is, I would be disappointed when Hollywood disrespect my source material and not follow it. And also, don't use the mentality of, oh, I know a better story than the source material. Don't. That's a surefire sign that the movie or TV show, whatever it is, will fail miserably. Kaput finito. I mean, yes, summer is practically a good chance because, yeah, many kids is now off during the summers since Shrek 5 is mostly rated for kids. Well, mostly. I know some adults watch Shrek. I think that's a good plan, although sometimes, don't forget, when you release a movie, TV shows, or a video game on the same date as others, there are times it works, there are times it doesn't, okay? This is all about timing, okay? If you time it the right moment, people will love it. It's all about timing when it comes to this. Here, let me give you another example. I know it's not relevant, but I had to put this thing in. Black Myth Wukong and Dustborn. Despite two of these games are different genre, the one game that got the most player count is Black Myth Wukong. 2 million players. Dustborn barely can get, like what, 500? And it's kaput, finito. Look, it doesn't matter whether it's a small team or it's a indie or whatever it is. The fact of the matter is, the release date. And despite the genre being different, it shows you what fans, or in this case, what people like to consume. It doesn't matter what it is.
How about this? If you can get me inside, I can restore communications. I could track it then, but I don't have clearance to recall it.
You have more immediate troubles. I've locked you out of the control room and opened a portal to a dimension filled with poison gas. Watch them.